Here is a quick guide to Highway Lot and Ravod 911 revamp. Now the spawns for Highway Lot are these right here, the blue of course being the phantoms and the orange being the ghosts. The spawns on Highway Lot though are very concentrated. For example, if no enemies are blocking the spawns, the game will actually prefer spawning the phantoms in these three locations right here, which are very close to each other, meaning that this right here is the best spot to spawn camp. And for the ghost side, the game will actually prefer spawning people in these three spots, which again are very close to each other, and granted that no one are blocking these spawns, more people will spawn here, and this makes this area right here ideal for spawn camping too. Now the best slack route on Highway Lot is literally straightforward. You can make this route in probably like 7 seconds, it's literally ridiculous. It is however a very open spot, meaning you will likely encounter enemies, but it's still very good. Now the best sniper spot is on this roof right here, and it's primarily because you have a good view over nearly the entire map, and you can also run easily away or down if the situation gets too heated, which it will very quickly by the way, because it's a very open spot, but you will get a lot of kills right here. Now the best classes for Highway Lot would be nearly anything, because the map is very diverse, but most likely you'll have the most success with either snipers, PTWs, or in some cases even carbines. Ideally though, the pt3s are probably the best because you can spawn camp very well with them on this map. Now the two spots you absolutely do not want to be at on this map are first of all the billboard, because just like the crane, you can see a lot of people, but a lot of people can see you too, and more often than not, this will result in you dying quite quickly. Other than that, there's also this one shitty building, and it's because it's very easy for people to spawn camp you when you're in it, and otherwise it's also very hard to get out of, and you will die in here, trust me. Also note that Highway Lot is actually a lot bigger than you might think, and you can actually run really far out, resulting in you being able to kill enemies at literally over 1,300 studs. Now for Ravod the spawns look like this, and sadly the player spawns are a lot more spread out in comparison to Highway Lot, and the three most common spawns for the phantoms are these right here. So the players are a lot more spread out now, although I'd still say that this right here is the best area to spawn camp. And for the ghost, these three areas right here are the most common spawn areas, and I'd argue that yes, this entire area is the best place to spawn camp them at. For flag routes we have this one right here, which is really good because it goes like underground for roughly 80% of the time. This tunnel is somewhat populated though, a lot of players know about it, so you might run into an enemy or two. But I mean, at least snipers are not going to be an issue. Now the best sniper spot is arguably this building right here. It's not very populated, meaning that enemies likely won't come up on you from behind. And you also have access to both spawns from this building, and you can very easily run away should you get shot at too much. Also note that Ravod is a medium to long range map, meaning that snipers, assault rifles or LMGs will most likely do best on this map, as they are capable of killing enemies at longer ranges. The areas to avoid would primarily be anything in the middle. It's a super open spot, and literally fucking everyone will have high ground on you, resulting in you dying very quickly. And note that the pipes in the middle also counts as the middle, because everyone can still see you and you will just die. Also note that you can actually climb up on the sides of these giant buildings, which can be quite good for, say, hitting a trickshot for example.